In this lesson, we are going to learn how to find the equation of a given line, which is perpendicular to another line and passes through a given point. And we are going to use this question here as an example. And it says, find the equation of the line perpendicular to y is equals to 2x plus 1 that passes through the point 4, 3. Before we solve this question, can I show you what perpendicular lines mean? So if you have a graph like this, and we plot two lines, like this one, the blue one and the red one, and then they intersect at a given point, we say those lines are perpendicular. Like in our case, the red line and the blue one intersect at this point here. So the two lines are perpendicular to each other. So from there, one unique characteristic about perpendicular lines is that the product of the gradient is -1. So if I take the gradient of this red line, I multiply with the one of this blue line, the result should be equal to -1. So now with that logic, we can be able to solve this question here. The first step in solving this question is to understand the standard form of the equation of a straight line, and it's given by y is equals to mx plus c, where m is the gradient of the line, then c is the y-intercept, and y and x are the variables, in our case, the ones we are given here, the point we are given here. So like in this case, y would be equal to 3, and then x would be equal to 4. Then from there, we can write our original equation where this line passes, and that equation is y is equals to 2x plus 1. We are given here. We don't need to develop it. And from there, can we identify the gradient and the y-intercept of this line here? And as usual, the gradient is the value just before the x, or the coefficient of x. In our case, the coefficient is 2. So the gradient of this line is 2. Then the y-intercept is the constant here. In our case, the constant is 1. So c is equal to 1. So now we know the gradient and the y-intercept of this line we are given. And now we want to use the logic to find the equation of this new line here, which is perpendicular to this one. So from there, we can say, since now we have the values 4 and 3, it means, of course, x is 4 and y is 3, as I have told you earlier. Then from there, we need to say, now we know the gradient of our original line here, which is 2. But we said one property about perpendicular lines is that the product of the gradient should be equal to -1. So meaning, if I take the gradient of this line, which we are given here, and it is 2, I multiply with the gradient of our line here, which we don't know, the one we are trying to develop the equation. This product of the two gradients should be equal to -1. So from there, it means then, if I take, of course, m2 to represent just the gradient of this line here, I multiply by 2 to be 2. m2 is equals to -1. But I want m2, which is the gradient of this new line. So to get m2, I just need to divide both sides by the coefficient of this m2, which is 2. And now I get the gradient of the new line. Our new line is -1/2. Then from there, now we have the gradient of our line here. So then it means we can follow the standard form of the equation, which is y is equals to mx plus c. But now we have the m, which is -1/2. So we can replace it here. Instead of using m, we can just replace with the gradient. Now it becomes y is equals to -1/2 x, then plus c, because as it stands, we don't have the y-intercept of our line. So the next step, of course, is to find this intercept so that the equation of the new line can be complete. And to do so, I just need to take now my variables, the ones which I was given, the x1 and the y1, which of course I told you earlier somewhere here where we said x was equals to 4 and y was equals to 3. So in any place in this equation where we have y, we are going to replace it with 3. And any place we have x, we are going to replace it with 4. So now it becomes 3, because y is 3, is equals to negative half into 4, because x is 4, then plus c, because we don't know c is the one we are trying to find. So from there, of course, it's just to do the normal calculation as saying negative half multiplied by 4, it will be negative 2, because I took this 2 divided by 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2 multiplied by negative 1, it will be negative 2, then 3, our original 3 there, then plus c. So what do I do to get c? I just need to move these 2 to the other side of the equal sign, and because here it was negative, on the other side it will be positive. So now it becomes c is equals to 3 plus 2, which is 5. So now we have the intercept of our new line. You see, now we have the intercept, and we also have the gradient, which is negative half, and we have already replaced the gradient in our equation here. So now plus c, but now we have the c. So now we can write the equation as y is equals to negative half x, where negative half is the gradient of the line, then plus c, but c now we know is 5. So plus 5. And that's how we find the equation of a line which is perpendicular to another line. So if there is a place you did not understand, or you have a question you want me to answer, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll try my level best to answer. And you can also try to solve this question here. You see, if you understand the logic, let us meet in the next lesson where we are going to explore a different concept in mathematics.